Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm at the UK Games Expo 2018, and today I'm joined by
Mark.
Steve. And we've just finished playing Luxor, which is one of the Spiel nominees this year, I think. So essentially, you start off with a bunch of guys who start at the beginning here, and you spiral your way into the centre, trying to pick up as many of these sort of trophies as you can. As soon as two people get to the middle, it kind of triggers the end of the game. But the way you move is quite interesting. You have a hand of cards, thanks Steve, who's laid one out for me. And you pick one of your cards to play, but it must be either the card on the very left or the very right, and you can't change the order. That's very important. So you look at your guys and be like, okay, I want to move one of these guys one space, and he stops on here, and that would play the one card, and you draw a new one to replace it, but it goes into the middle of the stack. Now what I'd like to do is pick this trophy thing up here, but it needs to have two of my guys on here in order to pick it up. So I'd really like to move another guy one space. But although I have the one card, I can't, because the one's on the edge of the 4 and the 5. So I might decide to play this one instead, and then this guy would have to go 1, 2. You can hop over empty spaces, 3, 4 like this. But if I manage somehow to get a guy on here, you take the thing and add it to your tableau. You see I've got a pile of tiles from earlier here, and you're trying to do sort of set collection. So that would be one set, that's another set. But you're trying to get as many of these as possible. Obviously you're also getting points, depending on the numbers here. And the numbers of people tell you how many people you have to have on there to actually pick it up in the first place. Now once they've taken it, leave empty spaces that other people would kind of hop over. But some spaces, like you see here, reveal certain tiles of the stack of these kind of, you see the lion and things, and the snake, and they would replace it, which means that when other people land on these, they get special abilities. So you can get extra cards. You can see there's a selection of different kinds of more powerful cards. This will move you 1 to 4 spaces. This moves you up to a certain number depending on what you roll on the dice. So occasionally you get to roll the dice, which might add a bit of randomness to it. You can pick up some scarabs, which give you a bit of endgame scoring. In order to get into the final tomb in the middle, you need to pick up a key at some point. There are some spaces around the board, like here, that will get you keys. Some of these spaces just advance you to other spaces, but essentially you're just picking your guys, making them run around, picking up some extra cards which will help. But all the while you're trying to think, how can I plan which one to move, because it's got to be the ones on either side, which makes it quite interesting. Alright, so what do we think?
Well, it's definitely a fun money weight game. The picking from the left to the right is interesting. It's better than just normal roll and move, because you at least got a little bit of prep time, albeit it is still pretty random. It's fine. It's not exactly super exciting. The race is kind of interesting. I guess it's going to come down to how much noise you're being done in when you get tiles taken from underneath you or not. That might annoy some more children, I guess, and this is aimed at family weight. But yeah, it is just what it is. It's nothing super exciting or fantastic, but it's not terrible either.
I think it's quite nice. It is definitely a light game, and for a light game, I think it has quite a lot of strategy, quite a lot of what you can think about, and the fact that you've got potentially up to 5 guys you're moving around this labyrinth effectively. So when you've got a 4, you've got 5 different people you can move 4. Or when you've got like one of the better cards that says 1 to 4, you've got 5 different people you can move 1 to 4 spaces. You've got so many options. So Mark said that you can have your tile sniped off him, and some of the cards will effectively allow you to take a tile using 1 fewer person. So Mark got done in a couple of times by me kind of sniping a tile off him, and I could see that a young kid or someone who doesn't like losing, when they put 2 guys on a tile and needs 3 guys and someone comes on and takes it off them, might be annoyed by it. The solution to that would be to play with your cards face up, so you can see potentially people might be able to do you in. But playing with gamers, that would slow the game down, because everyone else would be looking what everyone else is doing. So within the context of the 2 options, playing face up and face down, I think they've made the right choice. This game was super quick for what you had to do, and you had quite a lot of decisions as you were going through. Those special cards are very powerful. There is a mixture between set collection and racing, so I think Jonathan did the best in the racing part. He came second. I did the best in the set collection part. I came first, but you can't ignore one or the other. You have to do a bit of both.
Rating?
For a family weight game, I quite enjoyed it, and it would be a game, even though it is lightweight, that I will play again, so I'm going to rate it 7.5.
For family, I give it a 7. For me, probably 5.5.
Yeah, I thought it was great as a family weight game. As I say, I really like the racing aspect. You can see maybe Mark's gone onto one of the tiles, like, can I get onto that tile before he gets his second guy on there? So I like this sort of thinking. The hand management's really tricky. The number of times I started to play a card from the middle of my hand, I was like, oh no, hang on, I can't. I can only play them from the left or the right. So it does give you quite a lot to think about. I really enjoyed it. I think it'd go down really well with the family. I'd be on a 7.5. All right, thanks very much for watching. That was Luxor.